How about Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers trading swings with Francisco Lindor and the Mets? Their LCS matchup tied at 1 game apiece as it moves to Citi Field there in New York. Pick up the action top of the second. We are scoreless. Kiké Hernandez chops one right in front of the plate. Francisco Alvarez fields it and then throws to second. The ball gets away. Now, there was an easy out at first, but instead the throw goes to second trying to get the lead runner. So now the Dodgers have 2 runners on. The inning continues. Will Smith hits it right back to Luis Severino. Off his glove, Max Muncy scores, and the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. The very next batter is Tommy Edman, and he rips that one to the gap in right center, and that looks like trouble. But here comes Tyrone Taylor for the sliding catch. Now, Hernandez would score from third on the tag, but what a play from Taylor to save multiple runs. It almost gets taken out by his teammate Starling Marte. Severino loves the out. Dodgers lead is just 2-0. Bottom half, Alvarez at the plate now. Walker Buehler. Straight gas, no breaks. 2 outs for LA. Now, Lindor. Buehler's curveball was nasty. The Mets swung on 7 breaking balls for Walker Buehler. They missed 6 of them. He went 4 innings, struck out 6, did not give up a run. Top of the 6th, Kiké Hernandez. How good is he in the postseason? A 2-run shot here. This is his 15th career postseason home run. He becomes the 4th Puerto Rican-born player with 15 or more home runs in the playoffs. Bernie Williams, Carlos Correa, Carlos Beltran, the others. Shohei, he's loving it. Dodgers up 4-0. Bottom half of the inning. Ryan Brazier facing Iglesias, and how about that? A pitcher's best friend. Inning-ending double play, and what a pick by Freddie Freeman at first. He had a couple of those in this game. Now we go to the 8th. Shohei's up. He's got 2 runners on. In the postseason so far, bases empty, 0 for 22. Dude's on base, he's a threat, and he hit this one deep. So deep, he put this pitch to sleep just inside the foul pole. 3-run shot, his 2nd homer of the postseason. And the Dodgers with another huge game here in the playoffs. They win it big. 4th shutout so far this season. Shohei, yeah, a little rain. 8-0 your final. Dodgers now lead the series 2-1. Here's Jeff Passan.
Another 2 hits, including a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. Why do you love hitting in October so much?
Man, it's just the type of games that I've been dreaming of since I was a kid. And, you know, you have success in a postseason and 2 and 3, and then you start kind of becoming addicted to the feeling. And I don't know, it just brings out the best in me, and I'm glad it does.
You've seen a lot of wonderful things from Shohei Ohtani this season. From your perch in the dugout, how majestic was that home run in the 8th inning?
Probably even more majestic because I was at first, not in the dugout, and I was trying to pull the ball to save fair, and it did. Somehow StatCast only has it at 397, but that's what Show does. He hits the ball harder than anybody in the game and on a consistent basis, and you know, he hadn't had the last couple games, the Shohei games, but I'm hoping that he goes home feeling good about that swing, and he gets locked in again.
All right, new on SportsCenter, we'll hear from the other side. Here's Francisco Lindor.
That when we have people in base, we got to execute. That's what it not only comes down to, you know. They executed their pitches with people when we have people on base, and we didn't execute. I didn't execute. That's what it comes down to, you know. We got to execute when we have people in scoring position. But that's part of the game. You tip your hat today, and hopefully you come back tomorrow and execute.
Did Francisco surprise you with that 3-2 curveball?
It was a good pitch. I don't want to say I got surprised, but it was a really good pitch.
Francisco, between you, Pete, and Vientos, it looked like you guys hit 3 balls that would have been out on most nights. Was it tough to get it out tonight with the wind blowing it?
Not for them.
Right.
So they hit it out. It's just not us. You know, I felt like I had quality at bats. Just didn't get any hits. You know, I hit the ball hard. both of them, for me, on mine, I didn't think they would have gone out. Whether it was a good day or a bad day, I didn't think they would have gone out. So, just got to get hits, you just got to make something happen.
Francisco, you were able to flush game one and bounce back as a team in game two, and especially setting the tone. What's the message after tonight's game for the team so you guys can bounce back in game four?
Stay the course. Stay the course. Continue to compete. Come back tomorrow and give everything you have. They're a really good team. They're a really good pitching staff and good hitters. And you have to give them everything you have. Otherwise, you're not going to win.
There's been a lot of talk about how many times you get to see a pitcher in a series or in a given game. Do you feel that that's impacting you guys at the plate, not getting to see a pitcher multiple times perhaps in a game?
I mean, we prepare. We're ready. The coaches have done an outstanding job of giving us all the information we need to be successful. So it's not like we're going up to the plate surprised with a new pitcher or somebody that we haven't seen. It's we're ready to compete. We have all the information that we need to be successful. Bottom line, it comes down to us executing.
All right, a strange but true trend continues to be the story for Shohei Ohtani postseason so far. Men on base, he's 7 for 9 with a pair of jacks and 8 runs batted in. With bases empty, though, he's 0 for 22, and he struck out on 44% of his plate appearances. Joining us now here on SportsCenter is baseball analyst Doug Glanville, who called the game on ESPN Radio. And, Doug, we'll get to the Dodgers offense in a moment, but I want to start with Walker Buehler. The Dodgers go with a bullpen game in Game 2. They lose that game at home. But you get 4 innings out of Walker Buehler. What did his outing set this team up for in terms of the rest of this game?
Well, first of all, just set them up where all the zeros he was putting up allowed their offense to get going. Once they got going and he kept putting zeros, that kept them going offensively. And it put them in a position to be able to save their bullpen, because after 4 innings, even though he battled and scrapped, he made all the big pitches he needed to with 2 strikes and often with 2 outs. And once you do that, you keep putting your offense in that dugout to get those guys moving. Then all of a sudden the big hit, the big home runs, they start to put up more runs on the board. So they put up those crooked numbers with the big hits. But Buehler set them up, and not just for this game, but for Game 4 and 5, because the bullpen was preserved.
18 swings and misses Buehler produced in this game, the most he's had in a game since 2021. All right, so now let's bring it to the offense. 8-0. You had home runs by Kiké Hernandez. You had a home run by Shohei Ohtani. We've always said about this particular Dodger team, they can score runs with pretty much anybody. And when they do, they tend to score them in huge chunks. Why are they so capable of doing that, even when you get to the postseason against a team like the Mets?
Well, they have a lot of guys in the lineup that not only have power, but they have discipline. And the disciplined guys are not afraid to take their pitches and take their walks to set up the guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. And there's a lot of those guys in the lineup, starting with Shohei Ohtani. So that's the versatility they have. They walk, they understand how to slug, they got the power game, they run the bases well, they can steal bases. So when you're getting hit by all these different attack modes by a team, it is very hard to neutralize it. So they set their tables, they clean the table, they put the dishes away. They pretty much do it all offensively.
Yeah, when they get good pitching, it's almost a wrap. They have 3 shutouts of 7 or more runs this postseason. That's an MLB record for one postseason. Let's switch it to the Mets real quickly. Of course, you got Game 4 Thursday night. They're in Citi Field. From their perspective, based on what's happened these first 3 games, where do you see them needing to do something different the most?
Well, a lot of it is getting that productivity out of the bottom of the order. They're a little top heavy. Lindor, you see Alonso, and that's at the bottom of the order. That's been inconsistent. Now, Taylor had a great game, for example, in Game 2, but they're getting, problems with getting that production going there. And the key to the bottom of the order for the Mets is they're setting up Lindor, the guy that you want up in these critical situations. So that would definitely help them. And pitching-wise, they haven't really been consistent on that end as well. Their starter today, Severino, was kind of hot-cold. And what that does to your team is your bullpen gets involved early. And because now Games 3, 4, and 5 are in a row, if your bullpen gets taxed in any of these games, especially Game 3, now you're going to feel the effects of it not just the next day, but the day after that.
Yeah, we heard Lindor talking about the frustration not being able to take advantage of guys in scoring position. He's just 1 of 11 so far in this series. Doug Glanville with the very latest from there at Citi Field. Thanks.